Up-dee-dum ba bum bum ba ba. A bit of bum bum ba dee da 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 bum ba. A bit of bum bum ba. Hello, travelers of the internet! Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, hey there, and welcome to ya. My name is JGardo1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience here on the YouTube channel. We are back on the world of Galabor today, my friends, where we have a big project in the works. It's one that I really want to get done, and I want to do it right. I want to do it good, and I want to do it right. I feel like I should have done this part bigger. That's okay, though. It's okay. The important thing is that it is a decent size. It's a good enough size to work with. Can run around it with no issues, so that's good enough for me. Actually, I might make some small adjustments. Where have I put the torches? Further out. Okay. Good. Because I'm thinking we're gonna add supports right down through here. Alright. How much? Okay, I've got a good amount of stone stuff. That's good. Hey there, Leo! Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. Glad you can make it to the stream, man. How you doing? You doing alright? I hope so. And hope the same for everybody else watching, whether you're watching live or after the fact. I hope everybody is having a real good day. Nice! That's awesome! I'm glad to hear it. Whoop! Hey, thank you for the rules, Leo. Appreciate it. Hello, Adam. Hello, Adam. Adam. Good to have you. Put a torch there, put a torch there. Put one there, put one there. Do I have a bed in this building yet? No, I do not. No, I do not. Why am I not surprised? I'm gonna have to fix that. I am about to get serious on working on a beacon. Not a Minecraft beacon, although it may eventually be able to incorporate one. No, this is going to be an old school lighthouse supplement kind of beacon. Which actually fits very well with the theme of the Hobbit hole over here, because if you've ever seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy, in the third... Yep, there you go! There you go, Adam. If you have ever seen the third, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, or if you go back and watch certain other films that incorporate them, they have structures that they call beacons, which basically, if the beacon is lit, that's them passing along an important message. The same kind of thing is used in the original cartoon Mulan that Disney did years ago. The same concept was used in that movie. They just didn't call it a beacon. They just called it the signal. But they had the same kind of thing in that movie along the Great Wall when the bad guys started coming over the Great Wall. The guard who first noticed it was like, "Light the signal!" And that's why, because it's the easiest and fastest way to alert along great distances. Light the signals and let the message be passed along the beacons. When the beacons light, it means something big is happening. Generally speaking, it's a call to arms, usually. A signal that some big, bad situation is going on. And you better be aware of it. And you better be aware you may have a role to play. Hey, Ryan! Good to see you, dude. So, I figured I didn't want to do a regular lighthouse in this area because it wouldn't quite fit with the Hobbit hole so well. So instead, I'm making my best attempt at such a structure. Now, I've looked at some other such designs, some different designs of this kind of idea. We're not going to be able to see it from where we are over here, I don't think. But that's why I do actually intend to build a second one over there on that beach. Basically, they're going to be a signal that there's something here that where someone can actually come in to dock and dock their ship. Because if you're sailing on the seas, in order to know if an area is safe, you've got to be able to see it. Hey, no worries, Ryan. No worries. You being here at all is a big deal, man. Seriously, you being here at all is a big deal to me. It means a lot. So thank you. Yeah, I've been busy, Adam. I have been busy. Yeah, the light on the shore in the title of this session is a reference to the beacons. I don't want to do a full-on lighthouse like I had in Port Regal because that's both a lot more complex to build because it would take concrete and stuff, but it's also a bit too modern to build it in that style. So instead what I'm doing is kind of using the kind of materials they would have used to make beacons back in, like, old days. Like, long ago, in the medieval themes. Which, again, fits very well with the Hobbit hole. Isn't that the way it goes? Isn't that the way it goes? You finally get done with school, only you have to go to college, where you gotta do all the same kind of crud. Then you get done with college, and then half the time the jobs that are out there end up wanting you to do some kind of classes or testing to make, for one reason or another, often to make sure you're ready for whatever the job is, but it's like, sometimes you just sit there and you just ask yourself, when does it end? But I think in a way, that all ends up being worth it. Especially if you happen to be doing a job that you actually like. If you happen to be one of those fortunate people that is able to get a job that you genuinely like, hey, kudos to you. Kudos to you. You are in a good situation. Do not squander it. Wow, that's a little morbid, Ryan. Hey, Ellison! Hey there, Ellison. Good to see ya. Glad you can make it. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Hey, I hope you're doing good today. I truly, truly do. Yeah, we don't talk about that last one. We don't talk about that last point that some would have used in that statement. We don't like to talk about that one. I guess that's a good way to put it, Adam. Hello, Kyle! Hello, Kyle! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Yes. Most certainly for the time being, let us be happy and play games. Ah. Yeah, I can imagine that is, Ryan. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellison. Ooh, nice, Adam, nice. That's nice. Where, oh where, oh where, oh where, oh where? Well, I didn't mean to place down both of them. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-dum. Hey, cushion my fall. Nice. Yeah, I hear you there, Ryan. I totally hear that. Time limits stink. Uh-oh. Something tells me that there are zombies down below, and that at least one of them is a baby zombie. I kinda have to say that I hope sincerely that I am wrong. My sub count, last I checked, 1,070, which reminds me I need to go update that. Whoop! Woohoo! Come along, boys. Follow me. Do-dum bum ba-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-dum ba-da-dee-da-dum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-dum ba-da-dee-da-da-da-dum da-da-dee-da-dum ba-da-da-da-dum ba-da-da-dum bum ba-da-da-da-dum da-da-dum ba-dum. Now let's go update the banners, and then we'll go get back to work. Beep bop. $1,070. Oh wait, let me double check that number. Yep, 1,070. And a big ol' thank you to everybody who has been subscribing. I appreciate it. Big time, my friends. Big time. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Alright, I'm gonna need a lot more stone. And I mean stone, not cobblestone, stone. I'll also need some glass. Ain't that just a pain in the neck? How many furnaces are out here? 4. Okay. That's good. That's very good. Put that in there. There's already a little bit of glass in there. Nice. Hey, blocks of coal. I can get some coal out of that. Excellent. So do I, Adam. So do I. The only methods that I know of that can do that are with glitches. And there is a distinct chance that the ones that there were don't work anymore. Which stinks! Hey, you! Get away from there. Oh, hey, he dropped me a carrot. And a lead that he was holding on to. Ah, he must have gotten it from this guy. By the way, does this guy have anything worth buying? Nope. Everything he's got, I could go and get. Really, Ryan? Really? Hey, if that is legitimately the case, then oh my gosh. That is awesome. That's actually kind of awesome. Yeah, I've got the same kind of rule, Adam, about the no duplications, no duping. I have the same kind of rule. In Minecraft, no cheats, no dupes, no doubles. Yeah, we ought to do something like that, Ryan. We ought to set up a world next year where we can drop in there and party with our viewers. Actually, that would be legitimately awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. That would. That would be legitimately awesome. There is also that idea, Adam. We should do some collaboration. I have considered in the past, when I'm able to sustain it properly, doing a Hermitcraft style survival series and inviting people like Ryan to join it if they want to. Seriously, I've considered doing that when I can actually sustain it, or having everybody who wants to be part of it work together to sustain it. As in, have an actual server. Not just a realm, a server. I would be happy to hit 1,100 by Halloween myself. Or, excuse me, by the 31st. I prefer to refer to it as the 31st because I don't celebrate Halloween itself. I would like that too, Ryan. I'd probably be the one who was equivalent to Grian, trying to build big stuff, never finishing the back of everything, and constantly doing harmless little pranks on the others. That would probably be me if I could get away with it. Bedrock or Java, that would be the way I would do things. Though honestly, if I did do such a series, I'd probably want to do it on Java for the sake of being able to add in elements as the series goes on. I would not be surprised if you did do something like that, Ryan. Build something big and grand and awesome. That would... Yeah, one day we ought to do something like that. One day we need to make it so we can pool some resources together and do that. Do our own hermit-style server. That would be phenomenally fantastic. I would love to do that. I'm not gonna process this coal ore. I was about to process that coal ore, but then I thought better of it. I can use that later to help set up a filter in the chests down in the vault. Because I don't know if you guys saw it before, but I have actually finished the vault. Well, there's one part of the vault in the Hall of Hall that's not done yet. See, this is the outer vault. This is where the filtering comes in. You got filtering for 9 valuable items, and yes, one of them is slime. Because that is actually very valuable. Need that for big redstone builds. Do the channel birthday celebration? Oh, crud. I missed an entire wall of the stairway? Are you kidding me? Ah, snap. And I guess technically this isn't finished until all the redstone is properly in place and everything. There's still that to do, but I'm gonna work on that before too long. Yeah, that would be good. To be able to do the birthday celebration session, that would be good. Do all kinds of stuff that day. Yeah, I didn't realize I missed that whole wall until I was already almost all the way down there. That's kind of embarrassing. I said it was done, but it's actually not. That's just sad. But that tends to happen when you focus in on the next project. And that's something that I have a bad habit of doing. I sometimes get going on one project and then get started on another, and none of them get done. That's why I said it would be like the Korean of the server if we did our own hermit thing. I would love to do that. The more I think about it, the more I would love to do something like that. It would be a dream to even just do something similar to what they do would be fantastic. Survival server with friends, just having fun, doing Minecrafty things, making whatever we want to do. Oh no. Yeah, my mind went kind of plank. Plank. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, are we about to start the curse of the puns? Oh, I gotta ask you a question. Are we about to have the curse of the puns? I am so sorry. It went through my head. I couldn't stop it until I did it. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, I'm actually glad someone enjoyed that. Oh, that was wow. Yeah, one day we ought to do something like that. Do the server. And when the birthday period of our channels comes around, Ryan, you and I should definitely do some collaboration. Do a collaborative stream, the two of us. 'Cause that would be awesome. I hadn't even realized that our channels began so close together in terms of starting date. That's incredible to me. That's awesome. So yeah, I would definitely be up for doing something. I think one of the LAs... Yep, one of the LAs just went inside of the tower. It's not good, little dude. I'm not gonna be leaving that tower open. I'm not leaving the tower open. The tower is about to get closed up down there. Now, admittedly, I'm gonna make one small adjustment to the tower when I've got some glass. I'm gonna make it so that we can eventually have an actual beacon shine up through a hole in the middle of the tower. That way, when we can get a beacon, we can actually have a real, legitimate Minecraft beacon shining its beam through there as an even more prominent marker. Because I feel like that would be a smart thing to do. To give us the option to be able to add a Minecraft beacon to each of these beacons. That way if someone's boating by, they don't have show coordinates on, they can see, okay, I'm in this area. Good. I found where I was headed, probably. You know? Wait, what? October 9th is the anniversary of my first stream? My first stream on the YouTube channel was done on October 9th. Really? How did I not realize that? Oh, that is awesome. Thank you for telling me that. I've got to do something tomorrow to celebrate. I have got to do something to celebrate tomorrow. To celebrate the anniversary of my first stream. Alright, let's get down below. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Let's get a look at it from off the side. How does it look from over here? Oh, that looks legit. That looks kind of legit. Huh. It is. That's kind of legit. I mean, it's not very grand, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, this is a the beacons that I'm building right now are going to be to marker that this is my base area. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do something special tomorrow if I can. That would be amazing. And I'm definitely gonna do something on this on the 9th of October next year for sure. Something even bigger and grander. Because then it'll be 5 years. But thank you for letting me know about that. I gotta make a note of that. Actually, let me do that real quick. Let me make a quick note. Gotta make an actual note here. YouTube channel. Whoops. Actually, no. Here's what I'll write. Guardian Studios begun. I said begun, not begin. Yeah, that is crazy. Alright, I'm scrolling back up so I can see when was my day? When did I start? My YouTube channel was begun on the 23rd of July. So that'll be the official birthday of the channel, technically. But the first stream anniversary, aka the content birthday, would be October 9th, 2021. Right? Have I got that right? Check my first stream? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna go... Let me do that real quick, actually. Well, actually, let me get my guy inside where he's not gonna get attacked before I do that. I'm actually curious what my first YouTube stream was. I honestly can't remember what the first one I ever did was. Let me go to content, live, and go by dates. Oh my gosh, you were right. Huh. Oh wow. Yeah, and that would... Oh my gosh. How fitting. How freaking fitting. How absolutely fitting that I did the ship build, and that is the world that I first did. The world where the ship was a thing, Port Regal, that was my first YouTube world. If I'm looking at it right, this was my first. This was my first base. I mean, I've upgraded it, but this was my first base. If I'm right, this legit was the first base I ever did. It was. I'm looking at... Just looking at the thumbnails of my original streams. It's the same ship. I'm upgrading it in this one. I don't believe it. I didn't even realize Port Regal was my first YouTube world. I had just gotten done with the Hobbit holes, and I wanted to... With the main parts of the Hobbit holes, and I wanted to build something else, and I thought, hey, let's bring back the ship now. And I brought it back, and... My gosh. I think I may have to change the sail to reminisce that. Soul Beauty. Yep, I've got plans for you tomorrow. I have plans for you tomorrow, my friend. My old friend. That is legit awesome. I did not realize that it was... Wow. My first... I can't get over that. I can't get over that. 4 years ago, tomorrow, for me. Tomorrow for me. Because right now it's only 7:35 Eastern Standard Time. So, it's not the 9th yet for me. But tomorrow marks the anniversary. The 4-year anniversary of my first world. And my first stream on YouTube. That is legitimately incredible. I seriously don't know how... I don't know how else to react to that. That is a big deal. And the fact that that is the case... Wow. Oh, no, you did not screw up any plans there, Ryan. I don't generally have a plan for any stream until I'm about to start, to be entirely honest with you. The exception is when I'm doing big projects and I know what I'm doing. When I know what I'm doing on a big project, that's the only time I have a plan. And those plans often end up thrown out the window if something comes up that I realize, oh, shoot, I need this to be able to do this. Yeah. I have come to decide that that is so, that the best way for me to play is with no serious plans. The only plans I make are what kind of projects I want to do throughout the world's duration. Like, in this case, I wanted to build a mob grinder, and I've done that already. Stuff like that is the only kind of plan that I make, that I have been making on this world. Because I haven't seen any point in making solid plans. I'm just making it up as I go, deciding what I want to do next for the bigger picture, and taking it one little piece at a time. Well, it's like a puzzle. I'm treating it like a puzzle. That's the easiest way I can think to say it. I'm treating this world as a puzzle, where I take it one step at a time, one piece at a time, looking to build a bigger picture. And that bigger picture keeps changing, growing, evolving over time. The one for certain thing for me is that I want to bring back several of the things that I have done on previous worlds, both here on YouTube, most definitely here on YouTube, but also on Twitch, because the two channels are Guardian Studios. They are where my content begins. Hey, that is a legitimate answer, I'd say. You take it one day, one step at a time like that, and yeah, that is a legit way to answer that question. How'd you come up with this idea? How'd you come up with the idea of doing this? I needed something. I needed something to build. I needed something to do. So I decided to do that. Yeah, little dude, I wouldn't fly into the fire. So that's part of why I don't always like having allays fly around following me, because they have a bad habit of getting themselves hurt. And it's sad when they get hurt. It really is. Especially when they get hurt because they just drifted into something that they had no reason to drift into the first place. You know what I mean? Kind of want to lift the campfires off the floor a little bit. I don't know why, I just kind of do. I feel like that's more fitting for the beacon that we're going for here. The one and only thing about using these campfires that I do not like is... I've gone blank. I had a point that I was gonna say, but I honestly have legitimately forgot what I was gonna say. But that's okay. That's okay. So that is now lit up. The beacon is lit. First of two. I don't know, I might... Can you put glass on top of those things? And... I don't know if I want to do that. It's a thought, but... When we can add an actual Minecraft beacon to the little tower here, we are definitely going to do it, and then we're going to have that beam firing up through the middle as marker of where our base is from the sea. And I kind of want to do 2 more such towers at different spots to help mark where my area is. Actually, I might do more than that. More than just 2 more. Hey, no worries, Ryan, no worries. And thank you. Thank you for bringing it to my attention that that tomorrow for me is the 4-year anniversary of my channel. Thank you for helping me see that. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it, man. Way more than I can tell you. For anyone wondering, I am actually planning on doing another session before midnight tonight in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if that's of any interest to anybody, let me know. I don't know if we could bring the Ender Dragon to the overworld. I know people can do it. I know people have done it. But I don't know how it behaves, so I would be nervous about doing that. As far as I'm aware, if it ends up in the overworld, it's supposed to just fly towards 0, and just roam there. Is that right? That would kind of make our ocean a little dangerous. Because 00 is out there somewhere by the sea, or in the sea, to my knowledge. We may have to go to 00 and confirm that. Good night, Ryan. You have a good night, my dude. Man, 4 years. Somehow it doesn't feel like it has been nearly that long, but at the same time, all I can think is that's cool. But he just headbutt his neighbor. He just headbutt his buddy. Hey, any of you guys want to try and come after me? What are those? What is that? Oh, wait, that's light coming through the trapdoors. I made it so that that would be a thing. I did that on purpose. I forgot for a second there. Got my little goat cave in there. It's where I would go if I needed to get more goat horns, but the only goat horns I really want to get, I already have one of, so I'm satisfied. It's Ponder. Which I gotta figure out where I left that. Did I put that on the rack in my... Did I put that in the shelf on... Did I put that on the shelf in my bedroom? I don't remember. I'm gonna go see. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Let's pull it out for a second. I legitimately love that one. It's so bright and cheery, and it's cheerful, and I love that. I love things that are cheerful. Yeah, the shelves are actually really cool. And I have come to learn that you can use them as a survival hot bar swapper, which is great because you can have whole sets of tools for different places. Go to those places, swap the items on the shelves with whatever you've got on you, and then head off to do whatever you do in that area. Come back, swap your items back, and then go wherever you're going next. Alright, so I gotta take another glance at this. Every side of the base is 5, 2... is 2, 5, 2. See, it's 2, 5, and 2. I also need to put the glass in at the windows, because I don't want baby zombies getting inside. I don't want them to have any way to get into here. And at some point I'm going to replace these scaffolding bits with ladders, so that it's not so obvious, doesn't stand out quite so heftily. And we're going to end up using lanterns for our lighting and all of our stuff if we can avoid it, or if we can help it, I mean. Where's the third little guy? He didn't have to fly inside, did he? No? Well, where is third little guy? Why do I get the feeling he's somewhere that he shouldn't be? Either he is somewhere that he shouldn't be, or he's gone and gotten himself killed. Blue, white, and green. Oh, yeah, you can have the blue, you can have the green, or you can have the basic now. Yeah, that's true. Actually, maybe some copper lanterns here and there wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, I'm glad that we now have the copper lantern as a thing we can do. Copper lanterns, copper torches. It gives us more options to style things up. Ah, nice reference, Adam. Yeah, I actually know that oath by heart. It's just a cool oath for those characters to stand by. Where is the other little guy? There he is. Give me an old dude. I'm gonna tie these guys off for right now, because right now they're just getting in the way and potentially getting themselves hurt. And I don't want that. Sad thing is they're gonna keep trying to get to me, so it's only gonna be able to do so much to keep them contained. I want to do a quick touch-up on the boat. I don't know if 16 glass panes is enough, but I want to put in glass on the windows of the captain's cabin. The captain cabin. Yeah, I don't know why I got so amused by doing that, but I did. Two. Oh yeah, this will be enough. I think I actually made this room, I think I made the windows on the back side of the room a little wider than they originally were. But you know what? I'm good with that. However, I do want to move the door. Not like that! Wow, okay, that was bad. Yeah, until Ryan mentioned it, I didn't realize this was... To think. This boat is legit 4 years old. This ship was built about 4 years ago in the original variation on Port Regal, my first world, here on YouTube. And now it is back, and honestly, it looks better than it ever did. Now, there's still some stuff to add to it, some stuff to tweak. I'm gonna take that smiley off of the main sail, but I am legitimately glad that I brought it back when I did. Makes me happy. Makes me happy to know that I brought back such a good old friend from the very beginning. Actually makes me think I should try to incorporate a variation of the ship into all my worlds from now on. And you know what? I think I'm going to. From now on, I think I am going to do that, because that would be legitimately cool. I think. I really think it would be legit cool to do that. But as much as I want to go ahead and get started on the next beacon, because like I said, we have to have at least 2 for this area, for our little cove here. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree with you there, Adam. I want to go ahead and make the next beacon, but I think I'll save it for the next session tonight. Because, again, I'm going to do another session tonight here on the YouTube channel. But I need a little time to let the system cool off. And I need to get myself something to eat. I haven't had dinner yet. But I will be back before too long tonight. So, For right now, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Check out the About page for links to other pages like my Twitch channel for more content and more ways to support the channels. Share the channel with your friend if you think they might enjoy the content too. And, of course, do not forget to turn on notifications by smacking that bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. And with that all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see y'all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Bye! And Duran is looking at me.